Good day, good day. Hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, and thanks so much for hanging out with me and taking a look at this video. Before we get started, please do the usual like and subscribe if you haven't been here before, or just the like if you have. I do appreciate that. And on top of that, comments inside the video are always welcome as well. It does help the algorithm, helps support me, helps me grow, helps more people see. My desire is to be transparent and offer you guys options of investments with a very honest opinion, and hope that will help you grow your bag. So what we're going through today is Optimus. This came out not that long ago. We'll go through the chart and take a little peek at that. I did unfortunately find out about this when it was, I think, at 12 or 13 cents. I should have jumped in on it, but unfortunately I didn't at the time. It did get met with a little bit of growing pains at first, but it did come out pretty well, as it's at 79 cents right now, as you'll see on the website right up here. So first off, we'll take a little peek at the chart. Not always where I go to right away. We are on a little bit of a downtrend right now. When we go through the white paper, you'll understand how this protocol works a little bit better and why it may still be a good investment. As you can see, it started on September 31st, so it's only been a week. And as I said, I could have gotten in at around the 12, actually I think before it launched, it was at 12 cents or something like that, or 13 cents or something crazy. And somebody brought it to our attention in a Discord that I'm in. And I should have just thrown a little bag at it just for fun. It did go through a little bit of turmoil just getting it set. As you'll see, it's actually OPT2. It started as OPT. And as you'll hear, if you go through any of DeFi Dude's videos, you'll hear him talk about the fact that he probably could have been a little more inventive with the name. He does seem to have desires to grow this ecosystem, and this is his first endeavor, along with whoever he has doing the development. So we'll go through the white paper in a second. So when you click on here, it takes you right to the chart. Obviously, white paper right here. Just a quick look at the website. It's an AI trading bot which earns you daily income and zero fees. So this is your selling features right here. I must admit, this is simplicity at its best, and the fact that you're able to earn without having the risk of running your own bots or going through all of those technical difficulties of getting that done, and you can share in the success of everybody, all while paying zero fees for any buys and sells. This can make it quite nice for swing trading if you choose to as well. That said, that adds its own element of risk, because you could be buying or selling at the wrong time and get wrecked. The nice thing about this one is theoretically how it's set up, it should be an ever increasing token price over time, so you can feel a little more comfortable just buying and holding and possibly dollar cost averaging in by buying a token over and over again as you have extra income to throw into it. Experience bot trading that works. Optimus AI. Optimus is an AI trading bot that was trained on real-life historical data. Optimus automatically executes profitable trades, earning an average return of 1% every single day. So lots of people that have had bots and set them up can usually perform this or better. So this is some confidence in the fact that it's not doing anything that's ridiculous in offering these ridiculous APYs or anything. Optimus holds the floor price. Optimus can buy tokens back from the market to stop the price from falling. Optimus will always keep the price in a stable range and maintain an unbreakable floor. We'll take, again, as you'll see from the chart there, once it's kind of had its little run up, it's been down there for a few days now. So, and there's lots of talk of it possibly breaking the $1 barrier. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, take your own risk, but do keep in mind that whatever you do here, this could technically go down to there. But the hope is obviously that it does not. Deep liquidity. Optimus uses a portion of the revenue it creates to buy up more liquidity over time. This creates resilience to liquidity shocks and creates additional revenue through swap fees. And Telegram, Discord, Twitter, so all the regular stuff. There's no Medium right now, but you can always take a look at any of those. And that's basically it for the website. So again, fairly simple. So let's go to the white paper, which I've actually already loaded here. 3 pages. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And it's pretty straight and to the point. I actually had a quick read through this, so I'll go through with you very brief. So it's a decentralized algorithmic trading protocol secured by the Polygon network. It's a low-risk algorithmic trading solution that generates profits for OPT2 holders. How does it work? So I'm not going to read this verbatim, but basically the idea behind this is that the bots will trade a range of token pairs, including the OPT token itself. And part of the revenue generated by those bots is used to acquire Matic/OPT to liquidity off the quick swap. This creates a deeper liquidity pool over time and creates some resilience in the market for it. And as it does all these things, it'll earn 0.3% of the fees of every swap that's made of the token inside, because it's holding the liquidity pool. It actually earns, when we trade it, it earns 0.3% fee on all those trades. And this helps grow the liquidity pool even larger. Every day, the rebase will be then paid out, and that'll be 1%. As well as burns will take place in order to offset that. So when you go back and look at the chart, when you see things like this, could be some buy orders, because you can see it's slightly lifted, but not quite a really sharp drop off. So this could be buy orders actually coming in, and then it hit a certain point where the bot's kind of going, okay, we need to sell some of this off, and that's where you'll see that larger dump. Same as something like this one here. This could be actually the bot buying in, using some of its liquidity, doing some large buys, and then the sell-offs that happen in turn. It could be either or. It's hard to know which one without actually looking at the wallets and trying to analyze what's actually going on in the background. And even so, I guess actually analyzing the wallets is hard too, because the bots, I guess, from what I understand, based on a video that I saw from DeFi Dude, who's the creator of, or the YouTuber that is part of the creation of this product, he said, I guess the bots actually create themselves. So the developer has it set up so the bots create new bots in order to, I think, help A, with not being able to fork it, and B, with hiding the transactions and helping it be more organic as opposed to it being planned or timed or anything like that. How to buy the OPT2. So we'll go through that actually, so I'm not going to read through that because we can go through it ourselves. I will copy this right now for a couple of reasons, and I'll show you as we go through. How will you earn? You will earn 1% daily returns on any amount of OPT tokens that you have in your wallet. So the nice thing is it does rebase. It's not a ridiculous amount, but the 1% is still pretty aggressive, which is nice, and gives you an opportunity to earn money or to offset some of your volatility from having a token that does go up and down in value. It was a fair launch with 21 million pre-mined OPT tokens, 1% daily return. Optimus buys and burns tokens to create price stability, and they own 100% of its own liquidity. So no worries there. Fees, there aren't any, so that's a pretty fantastic thing. It does have a little roadmap here, so obviously some other kind of ecosystem builds that they're looking to do, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to get in if you decide to invest, get in on the Discord so you can keep up to date as these things happen, but create a deeper liquidity generating swap fees, so that's naturally going to be growing based on how it's designed. Listing OPT2 on a centralized exchange. This is always bullish when somebody can do that, because it creates buzz in the regular market with people coming into DeFi if they're able to buy the token directly. Oftentimes there's many people that play just on exchanges, trading tokens back and forth, trying to play the market, so this gives a lot of exposure that we can't get in DeFi. So if they're able to do that, that would be a huge benefit. Bonding mechanism, expansion into GameFi via new NFT ecosystem. I don't know exactly what that entails right now, but obviously creating an NFT, which can probably cause you to have a higher daily return, I presume, to give you a little bit more options if you want to increase your rate every day, or your airdrops every day. Team development and strategic acquisitions, probably looking at other protocols maybe to get into, or creating some more other ones with their development team. Optimus version 3, multi-chain, here we come. So this could be very neat. I don't know how they'd go about that, whether they'd maybe give you exposure to both sides at the same time, or whether it would be a new token or one token that kind of bleeds across them all and creates the revenue based on the trading fees that it earns on all the different swaps. Lots of little options there that could be quite neat. So yeah, keep your eye on the space is what they're asking. So the neat thing here, and again, they're just trying to grow something, could be quite special here. There could be lots of opportunity to make some earnings. And as the team grows and as the liquidity grows, this can be good for investors as well. So if you'd like to come along for this ride, basically what you do is obviously on the website, you'll go buy OPT2, and then it will load the site for us. And this is part of the reason why I copied the token, because you can go right here. I thought it would bring it up automatically, but it did not. So you can go in here, paste the token, and click there. Another little thing to note is you can either add it, and this will add it to your MetaMask. Not all swaps allow you to do that. So just for a little added bonus education for you today, if you click on your MetaMask and then you go assets, you can go down to the bottom, just ignore all those, import token, and then you can copy and paste the address right here. And when you hit tab, it fills everything else in for you. So you paste, and then tab, it'll automatically fill this and this in for you, and you can add the custom token to your thing. So right now we have to zero balance, of course, but I still wanted to import it, and then we'll have them later. So now we will go in here. I think my max, so I've got 60, I'll grab 60 tokens, I guess, right now. Oh, I've had another big drop, so good timing for me, I guess, as long as everything keeps going. Obviously, you don't want to catch a falling knife, so again, NFI, but with it dropping like this, that could continue to go, or the bot / people could start eating up this price point. So again, I'm not dealing with a massive amount of money right now. I'm going to take a chance and take my entry point because it's down. And then if it was to go down further, I might suggest moving money over and buying the dip as it keeps going. This is kind of what's called dollar cost averaging. Usually dollar cost averaging, you go over a longer period of time. You keep buying the token as it depreciates. And then once it does make its turnaround, you're going to earn your money back that much faster. The issue is not very good to catch a falling knife. And you can imagine what that saying means. Right now, we're pretty much on a downward trajectory. There is some buys coming in, but in the most part right now, the sales, and that's what this is showing you. You see these red guys. I'm not going to get into total TA right now, and nor do I know enough about it to do that. But as you can see here, as the reds are happening in a row right now, we're heading in. And so by saying you don't want to catch a falling knife, this is that knife falling off a cliff. So if you're trying to catch it, you might just keep dropping it or cut yourself, and you're going to keep going down with it, is kind of the mentality behind that. So some extra nuggets of information for today. And as you can see, it's hitting kind of lows. As it drops, it's going to keep hitting lows that are further down here. This could be the bot doing stuff as well. You'd have to check all the wallets. Because it's not regular amounts, I'd probably be on the side that it's not the bots, because usually you'd see more systematic approaches to the sales, whether it be a specific amount of tokens or a specific amount of USD or a specific amount of Matic. It usually averages out one of those. So there's another sell. I should just keep waiting and see what happens. But I do want to show you how it's done. So we'll go ahead back. I might cut some of it out just to not have you listening to all my babbling right now. But I guess you can always fast forward. So when you're ready to buy, you'll just click on here. And I'll just click on open new tab, just so we're not covering up that again. So we can keep watching. So 60 Matic, 0.5, because again, there's no fees. So you don't need to worry about any slippage on here. Slippage would more be if you were buying into a protocol that had buy and sell taxes. You'd need to adjust this in order to make sure that you could actually make the purchase. And one more check. Oh, we got a little buy, but that's okay. It's just a little guy. So let's go ahead in and give this a whirl. So click swap. Goes through your gas and all that jazz. Confirm. And close. Transaction complete. I like the new quick swap. They used to not all show all this stuff. So some nice little new features to it, which is nice to see. So now we have our tokens. I presume we can go in here. So this goes through the wallet. Okay, so neat. You can actually connect your wallet here. So we're going to connect the wallet. And there we go. So it goes through how much I have, what my value is for what I've purchased. Earn per day is going to be 0.662, so 1% of that. And per month, I can earn 22 tokens. So you might have seen some of these guys. And then in here, these are the funky calculators. I don't know if this is a Moon one. Yeah, it is, of course. So it's one of those ones, they call it the Lambo calculator in some cases. So as you can see, I can put in, if I held this for 2 years and the price never changed, I'd have $1.5 million. Not a bad little sum of money. Obviously, these kind of things are unbeknownst to the price of the token. So if the price of the token goes up or down, these values change quite drastically for the better or for the very worst. Usually rebasing tokens have a hard time keeping up with any of these calculators that you get. The one nice thing to this one is because of its burning mechanism and because it's not a crazy return that's maybe too high. Although 1% is still high. I know it's not high for DeFi, but it is high for real life. But it does give you that ability to kind of get some false sense of security. So market cap, so the max that it can get to is 16.8 million. Total burn so far is 214,000, and here's the revenues. So just some neat little information there, and as time goes on, they could release some more optimum information to help us track our investments. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. I just thought I'd give this a try, and I did want to show it to you guys because it is one that has a very unique kind of setup and very simple, and the risk of getting in and out is not as bad as other protocols, because a lot of protocols you're paying a buy tax and a sell tax, which can mean if your token doesn't appreciate by a decent amount, you're losing money in buying and selling, and it can make it really hard to ROI if the value starts going down. Whereas theoretically, if this one, the value of the token was to go down by 1% every day, you'd be earning your 1%, so you'd break even technically. So there's some goods and bads and a little bit less risk, I guess, involved in these ones. But as you all know, this is DeFi. Anything can happen. So thanks for hanging out with me again. If you did enjoy any of this content, please like the video, comment if you have anything you'd like to add. And as always, if it's your first time here or you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're growing quite nicely in here for my first month in this whole thing, and would really love to keep that momentum going. Thanks again, and have yourselves a wonderful day.